Right, guys, let's look at factorizing by grouping. Very, very important. Have a look at this one. If you go to this slide, well, if you factorize the four terms, group them, the first two and the last two, and notice that there's a common A there and a common B. Okay, and then, of course, if we take out the common factors, well, what do? We've got a common bracket as well, so we can take out the common bracket. Very nice, straightforward. But what's very important in this thing is the concept of sign changing. So let's look at this. Well, if you say minus x minus y there, have a look at this. That's minus x plus y. Okay, which if you reverse it is minus x plus y. You're taking out a negative. You see, it's the reverse. So if you take out a negative, you are actually changing the sign of the middle one. In fact, that negative x becomes x and plus y becomes minus y. So that's an important thing. What about this one? Have a look here. If you go and see, you've got negative. If you look at that, what is that? That's negative x plus y. So times out negative x minus y. So reverse it. That's factorizing. It's like you're taking out a negative and you've got x plus y. That's very important that that sign changes. Let's look at a few more quickly. Minus x plus 4. Well, let's haul out the negative and it's x minus 4. If it's minus x minus 4, take out the negative x plus 4 with a minus on the outside. And then take out the negative 2. Okay, so again, it's x minus 4. Remember, the sign changes. Minus 2x minus 8 minus 2x plus 4. Again, always check it if you multiply. Very, very important things in the game of mathematics. Okay, so let's have a look at factorize fully. Here's a second example. Well, let's look at these two. If you group these two and those two, the first two are easy. Take out the a squared, take out the negative a minus 3, giving us a common bracket that you can take out. A squared, don't forget the 1. Okay, don't forget the 1 there. And then a difference of 2 squares, keeping the a minus 3. Very important. Let's have a look at another one quickly. This one, let's group the first two. Well, there's a squared, a plus 3. Take out the negative 4, negative 4a plus 3. Okay, then once again, you take out that bracket, a squared minus 4, and a difference of 2 squares is left there. Okay, good. This one, very interesting. Take out a t, okay. Take out a negative x. Now it's 1. Now be careful with this. It's 1 plus 2t. But these guys are exactly the same. 1 plus 2t is the same as 2t plus 1. No problem there. No sign change needed. Haul out the common bracket, and there we go. What a pleasure. Very easy. Be careful of these, especially in matric. They love asking these kind of questions. Okay, another one. Careful of this trinomial. That's not looking good. But if we take out the negative, okay, great. We've got 12x squared minus 11x plus 2y squared. Now, importantly, the signs in the brackets will be two minuses, the same. Okay, and then if you do the cross method, you get 3x minus 2y and 4x minus y. Keep it like that. Very, very nice. Okay, another difficult one. Here's a challenge, a high-level question. Look at this one. If you look at this, the first two and the second, if you group those two and those two, it won't work, because you can actually test that if you take out a 4, it's not gonna work too well. So if we group it like this, x, if we put them together, what we can do is take out the x squared, it's x cubed plus 1, minus 4x is x cubed plus 1. Okay, and then you've got a common bracket of x cubed plus 1, x squared minus 4x. But now, remember, the question is fully factorize. Okay, now what do we have? Okay, we can take out an x there, and we're left with this. So what do we have? X minus 4. Bring the x to the left. This is a cube, so let's haul out the difference or the sum of two cubes. Remember, cube root, square, square, multiply those middle two and keep the sign changed. That's such an important thing in this game of mathematics. Okay, the next thing is we apply all this in terms of multiplication and division of fractions. Check this out. There's some rules. The first rule is factorize denominator, numerator, and cancel the common factors. Okay, now, very important if you look at this here. Okay, if you do this, you factorize the top, okay, and a difference of 2 squares at the bottom. Okay, now look what happens. The x minus 3's cancel, giving us x plus 2 over x plus 3. Very important there. Watch out, guys. There's an important thing there that happens. Pitfalls. Don't ever do that. This guy will fall down in sadness if you ever did that. Okay, be very careful with that. Okay, let's look at another question. Simplify this. Well, Firstly, that divide, if we change it to times, we tip and times. We invert those two. That's important. Okay, if you factorize the top guy, what do we get? X minus 2, x minus 1. Remember, plus tells me same signs, both negative. This one, different signs, factorize. X squared plus 5x, factorize, and difference of 2 squares. Now we can cancel those two. We can cancel those two and those two. Yeah, and we are left with x over x plus 2. Very importantly. Okay, you got it, guys? Stick with me. Okay, here's the third example. Let's look at this. Well, now we've got a sign change that we need to affect here. Okay, what happens there? Well, we factorize the top, the bottom, and this, okay, that stays x plus 3. There's no sign change. Here we can take out the negative. You need to make the x come first, so as to speak. All right, here we go. And what do we know? Well, those two cancel, and we're left with that. Now that minus you can put on top, or in fact, you can put a negative in front there. Very, very nice. People, the most crucial thing is to know how to factorize, whether it's the simple ones with x squared or you've got 2x squared. Very important to know that and to be able to apply. Watch out for sign changes as well. Watch out for the divide where you tip and times as well. Make sure you master these things because they're very important and they're gift marks when you have to simplify expressions. Guys, stay with us. The next lesson we're going to do some more algebraic fractions.